Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about Introduction to Machine Learning in the Cloud. It is our fifth unit topic in Cloud Foundations. So what is machine learning? Machine learning is a technique that enables computers to learn patterns from data and improve their decisions over time without explicit programming. So programming will be some algorithm will be input into the system. The system using that algorithm, it will get the data and it will start learning the patterns and it will take the decisions based on the input data. So for that, no explicit programming is needed because the machine computer itself will take the decision based on the learning experience. So in machine learning, trained model is used. A trained model is the result of applying an algorithm to data examples. So the system learns parameters for prediction. So example data will be given to the system. Based on the sample data, it will decide when the real object enter into the particular place, it will identify what that object based on the sample input. Artificial intelligence, it is a broad field. Artificial intelligence is a broad field where computers imitate the human intelligence. Computer will act like a human brain in doing the tasks such as spelling, grammar checking, decision making. So, robots, they have AI intelligence and they are working like human. Machine learning is the subset of AI, artificial intelligence. ML is the Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence that solves problems using data examples that are fed into them instead of fixed rule based code. So based on the example, it will learn the data, the object, and it will decide what object is that instead of giving the fixed rules for it. Deep learning, it is a subset of machine learning. So machine learning is the subset of artificial intelligence, but for machine learning, there is one more subset, deep learning. It uses multiple neural network layers to learn complex patterns from unstructured data like images, speech, and text. So several neural network layers will be there, and it will decide the patterns based on the unstructured images input. It will check the patterns. Learning process. Machines become intelligent through training with many labeled examples. So they will, machine themselves will learn. Training examples. A model learns by observing many past examples. A machine learning model, how it works is it will learn what is that particular object it has to find out. How it will learn is by observing many past examples. For example, for the car, if you take car has some dimension. Generally, if it is some brand car, suppose the input is some BMW or some Ford or some car. Okay, in that, what is the shape, how the size will be, how the tire will be, how the body parts will be. Those examples will be already there as a training model. So, with the help of that, it will take the decision whether it is a car or some other object such as tax records, travel times, or labeled images. Training examples, for example, these are the examples tax records, travel times, labeled images. Manufacturing example. In manufacturing, a model can learn defect detection by training on labeled images of good and defective parts. So, training will be given to the machine computer for good. What is the good part and what will be the defective part? So when new thing is input to the machine, based on the training data, it will decide whether the new input is a good one or defective part, and it will tell the user. Machine learning model depends on large high quality historical data for training because it learns only from examples and then uses the trained knowledge to predict whether new unseen inputs such as part images are defective or in good condition. So parts in good condition, for example, we will input this, we will give this as an input to machine, and parts in fractured condition may be different. Okay, so see here, there are scratches in this part, in this circle. And in this triangle also defect, square also defect. So both inputs will be given and we will train it as good condition means that is without defect. Fractured condition, we will give all the sample input in training mode. ML options on Google Cloud. Machine learning options. BigQuery machine learning. It builds and runs machine learning models directly in BigQuery using SQL when data is already stored there. Vertex AI auto machine learning model. First one is BigQuery machine learning. Then Vertex AI. It creates a ML model through a node code point through a no code point and click interface. So no code is used, just point and click interface is used. Vertex AI custom training. So these are the training, different training models. So Vertex AI custom training is build your own machine learning environment, training and deployment for full flexibility and control. Pre-built APIs. So for this one is custom training. We will build everything. User will build. Pre-built APIs means already available. Use Google's pre-trained APIs for ready-made machine learning without building your own model. BigQuery machine learning. BigQuery ML allows users to create, train, and execute machine learning models directly in Google BigQuery using standard SQL without moving data. Access methods in BigQuery. BigQuery ML can be used through the Google Cloud Console, BQ command line tool, REST API, or external tools like Jupyter Notebook. How BigQuery can be used? Okay, Jupyter Notebook also we can use. Benefit of BigQuery. It enables SQL analysts to build ML models, machine learning models, without deep programming or advanced machine learning framework knowledge. Easily, it will allow the SQL analyst to build the machine learning model using BigQuery machine learning. BigQuery ML supports the following types of models. Linear regression model. It is used for forecasting continuous values such as daily sales. For that, we will use a linear regression model. Binary logistic regression model. It is used for two-class classification such as purchase or no purchase prediction. Multi-class logistic regression model. It is used for classification with multiple categories such as low, medium, or high value. K means clustering. These are all algorithms. Okay. K means clustering, machine learning algorithms. K means clustering algorithm used for unsupervised grouping such as customer segmentation. Matrix factorization model used for recommendation systems based on user behavior and ratings. Time series model, machine learning model used for forecasting sequential data while handling seasonality and anomalies automatically. Boosted tree algorithm or model used for classification and regression using XGBoost models. Deep neural network DNN used for TensorFlow based deep learning classification and regression. AutoML tables are used for automatically selects the best model without manual feature engineering. TensorFlow model importing. It allows importing pre-trained TensorFlow models into BigQuery ML for prediction. Autoencoder used for anomaly detection and dimensionality reduction with sparse data. So here is the diagram for all the learning models. What do you want to do? Predict values. To predict sales figures and predict stock prices, we'll use following algorithms. Machine learning algorithms, linear regression, boosted trees regression, regressor, auto ML table regression, DNN regressor, wide and deep regressor. For predict between the categories, identify spam emails, identify tumor types and all. Example, in for this also these things are used. Logistic regression, boosted tree, auto ML table classifier, DNN classifier, wide and deep classifier, matrix factorization. Then for machine learning, generate recommendations. Example, product recommendation, create personalized content. For these things, we will use wide and deep classifier, matrix factorization algorithm. For reduce data dimensionality, example, analysis of written text, analysis of DNA data. For that, we will use PCA model, and find out anomalies. Example, detect fraud, predict credit risk. We will use PCA, K-means algorithm, autoencoder. Okay, all these we will use. Then group data into clusters. We will use K-means. Time series forecasting also we will use. We will use ARIMA plus. Advantages of BigQuery ML machine learning: it enables data analysts to build ML models using SQL, avoids Python and Java coding, and speeds the development by training directly inside Google BigQuery without exporting data. Why it is faster? BigQuery machine learning model is faster is keeping ML inside BigQuery reduces complexity, avoids data movement, supports faster experimentation, and helps meet data compliance requirements. Steps to create ML models in BigQuery, machine learning models in BigQuery. Create first data set, then create model, get training statistical data, evaluate the model, and predict the outcomes. Thank you.